Hi all, in this video we are going to see what is electron and hole concentration at equilibrium. So we studied the definition of equilibrium. So here the equilibrium means thermal equilibrium. So we need to find what is the electron and hole concentration at thermal equilibrium. So to find this electron and hole concentration, we need to understand what is F of E that we already studied in previous video. F of E is the Fermi-Dirac distribution that represent the probability of occupancy of electrons in an energy level E. And similarly, N of E. N of E is the density of state. So, and the number of electrons per unit volume in the energy range D. So that is D is the product of the density of state and the probability of occupancy F of E. So the number of electrons or holes per unit volume in the energy range D is the product of the density of state and the probability of occupancy F of E. So we can represent that the N0, that means the electron concentration in the conduction band, is equal to integral of EC to infinity F of E N of E dE, where the total electron concentration is the integral over the entire conduction band. That will obtain by multiplying the probability occupancy F of E with the energy density or density of state. So we can say that the function N of E can be calculated by using quantum mechanics and the Pauli's exclusion principle. So we already studied what is that. So this N of E is represent the density of state. That means how much dense an energy state dE in the energy range D, how much it is dense. That is represented by N of E, and that N of E is always proportional to E raised to half. So this F of E N of E that decreases rapidly above EC, and very few electrons occupy energy state far above the conduction band edge. So we can see that the probability of occupancy of electron is less if we are considering energy state far away from the conduction band. So we need to integrate all the energy state above conduction band to obtain the total electron concentration in the conduction band. So the equation to find the total electron concentration is N0 equal to integral of EC to infinity F of E N of E d. So where F of E is the Fermi-Dirac distribution that represent the probability of occupancy, and N of E is the density of state. So remember, the product of the density of state and the probability of occupancy of F of E represent the number of electrons per unit volume in the energy range D. So to obtain the whole electron concentration, we need to integrate from conduction band to infinity. So similarly, the probability of finding an empty state or hole in the valence band is 1 minus F of E, that decreases rapidly below EV, and most holes occupy state near the top of the valence band. So we need to remember two things. The conduction electrons will occupy, most electrons will occupy the bottom of the conduction band, as well as the hole will occupy the state near the top of the valence band. So F of E represent the probability occupancy of electrons, and similarly 1 minus F of E represent the probability of occupancy of empty state or probability of occupancy of holes. So the product of N of E, that is density of state, and the probability of occupancy F of E represent the number of electrons per unit volume in the energy range D. So to obtain the entire electron concentration in the conduction band, we need to integrate that function F of E N of E dE from EC to infinity. So that represent the electron concentration in the conduction band. So the conduction band electron concentration is simply the effective density of state at EC times the probability of occupancy at EC. So we can, if we are taking this probability of occupancy of electrons is taken as F of EC. Similarly, the total effective density of state is represented as NC. That means N of E. After integration, the total density of state, effective density of state, is taken as NC, and that of probability of occupancy is taken as F of EC. So we can write N0 as NC into f of EC. So the integration of first equation, the integral of n0 integral of f of e n of e d is represented as, and the total integration is represented as NC f of EC, where NC is the effective density of state and f of E is the probability of occupancy at EC. So this expression, we assume the Fermi level EF lies at several times kT below the conduction band. Though. So we know that if we are finding the electron concentration, if the material is n type, then the Fermi level will occupy near the conduction band. So in that we are assuming one thing, that the Fermi level is very far below this conduction band. That means it lies at least several kT below the conduction band. Then the exponential term is large compared with the unity, and the Fermi level function f of EC can be simplified as n0 is equal to NC into f of EC. So NC is the effective density of state in the conduction band. So f of EC, we are assigning that EF is far below, that means at least several kT below the conduction band. So we can write f of EC as our Fermi-Dirac function f of E is f of E equal to 1 by 1 plus e raised to e minus EF by kT. So we can write f of EC as 1 by 1 plus e raised to EC minus EF by kT, and this function EC minus EF is very much greater than kT. So we took that this EF is at least lies at least several kT below the conduction band. So the difference is very high compared to the value of kT. So if you are comparing, if you are taking EC minus EF is very much greater than kT, then the 1 plus e raised to EC minus EF by kT is nearly equal to e raised to EC minus EF by kT itself. So 1 divided by 1 plus e raised to EC minus EF by kT is nearly equal to 1 by e raised to EC minus EF by kT. 1 by exponential is e raised to minus of EC minus EF by kT. And this NC is the effective density of an expression, that is 2 times of 2 pi mn star kT by h square all raised to 3 by 2. So this NC, that is effective densities, depends on the effective mass as well as Boltzmann constant, temperature, and Planck's constant, etc. So it's a fixed one, that is NC is equal to 2 times 2 pi mn star kT by h square all raised to 3 by 2. Then we can replace our expression with the new f of EC expression. So you will get it as NC into e raised to e minus EC minus EF by kT. So you can replace EC or NC also. So you will get it as 2 times 2 pi mn star kT by h square all raised to 3 by 2 e raised to minus of EC minus EF by kT. So next we can find what is the Hall expression in the valence band equilibrium. So it is nothing but the valence band. So we need to find all concentration of holes. So in energy range D, the whole concentration is the product of f of E and energy density of valence band, that is f of E into n of E. So to obtain all whole concentration, we need to integrate the function from EV to infinity, f of E, n of E, d. So for holes, we represent the probability of occupancy as 1 minus f of EV, and if the total density, effective density of state is NV, then we can write this P0 as NV into 1 minus f of EV. So we need to find what is 1 minus f of EV. So to find this 1 minus f of EV, we can write this as 1 minus 1 by 1 plus e raised to EV minus EF by kT. So here we are assigning that this EF is very much greater than EV by several kT. So EV minus EF by kT is negative because EF is very much greater than EV. So EV minus EF become negative because EF is very high. So we can replace this as e raised to EV minus EF by kT as e raised to E minus of EF minus EV by kT. So we can take the LCM. So you will get it as 1 plus e raised to EV minus EF by kT minus 1 divided by 1 plus e raised to ev minus ef by kt. So if ef is very much greater than ev, you will get an exponential of a negative factor. So compared to 1, that is very less. So we can take the denominator as 1 itself. So the numerator you have 1 plus e raised to ev minus ef by kt minus 1. So that 1 and 1 cancel. So remaining is e raised to ev minus ef by kt. So we can write this as, if we are taking this minus outside, you will get it as e raised to minus of ef minus ev by kt. So the NV is 2 times 2 pi mp star kt by x square all raised to 3 by 2, where mp star the effective mass of holes. So NV is the effective density of state in the valence band. So we can replace this 1 minus f of e in our equation number 8. So you will get it as P0 is equal to NV into e raised to minus ef minus ev by kt, which is equal to 2 times 2 pi mp star kt by x square all raised to 3 by 2 e raised to minus ef minus ev by kt. Next we can find what is the electron and hole concentration at thermal equilibrium. So at thermal equilibrium we can take, for an intrinsic material we can take the condition as Ni equal to Pi itself. That means the number of electrons which is equal to number of holes for an intrinsic material, and that is represented as Ni. So for holes it is represented as Pi. For an intrinsic material Ni is equal to Pi. So we obtain that we can replace N0 as Ni, which is equal to Nc into e raised to minus Ec minus Ei by kt. We got it in equation number 7. N0 is Nc into e raised to minus Ec minus Ef by kt. For an intrinsic material, N0 is same as that of Ni. And you will get P0 you got P0 as Nv into e raised to minus Ef minus Ev by kt in equation number 9. So we can replace P0 as Pi in intrinsic material. So Pi is equal to Nv into e raised to minus Ei minus Ev by kt. So for in an intrinsic material we can replace Ef as Ei itself. So in this we can see that all equation how Ef is the factor, but for an intrinsic material Ei and Ef should be at the middle. So we can replace Ef as Ei. So you will get it as Ni equal to Nc into e raised to minus Ec minus Ei by kt. Similarly Pi equal to Nv into e raised to minus Ei minus Ev by kt. Then you multiply the equation Ni and Pi. So you will get Ni into Pi is equal to Nc into that exponential term into Nv into that exponential term. So you will get it as Nc Nv e raised to, after simplification of exponential simplification is that e raised to a into e raised to b is e raised to a plus b. So you will get it as e raised to minus of Ec minus Ev by kt, where Ec minus Ev is the difference between conduction band and valence band. It is called as energy band gap. So we can replace it as e raised to minus Eg by kt. So you got this expression Ni is equal to Nc Nv e raised to minus Eg by kt. For equilibrium condition other than intrinsic material, we can replace Ni as N0 and Pi as P0. So you will get it as N0 P0 equal to Nc into Nv. You can replace Ei in terms of Ef itself in that condition. So after simplification you will also get it as Nc into Nv into e raised to minus Eg by kt. Or from this we can write this Ni into Pi. Pi is same as that of Ni itself. So you will get Ni square is equal to Nc Nv e raised to minus Eg by kt. Or from that Ni is equal to root of Nc Nv e raised to minus Eg by 2 kt. If you are taking the root of an exponential, it becomes half e raised to minus Eg by 2 kt. So from comparing this equation number both of this Ni Pi or Ni square is equal to Nc Nv e raised to minus Eg by kt. Similarly here N0 P0 is equal to Nc Nv e raised to minus Eg by kt. So we can see that for both equation the right hand side are same. So we can equate the left hand sides. That means Ni Pi equal to N0 P0, or we can say that Ni Pi is same as that of Ni. So Ni square equal to N0 P0. So From this equation, N0 P0 is equal to Ni square equation is called as mass action law. So according to this equation, it says that the product of this equilibrium concentration of electrons and holes are equal to Ni square. Ni square is the intrinsic carrier concentration that is always constant for a material. So the product of the equilibrium concentrations of electrons and holes are constant, that is equal to the square of the intrinsic carrier concentration. So that law is known as mass action law. So, and we can find another two equations from this by converting this N0 and in terms of Ni. Similarly, we can express P0 in terms of Ni. So N0 in terms of Ni is N0 equal to Ni into e raised to Ef minus Ei by Kt. So similarly, P0 is equal to Ni into e raised to Ei minus Ef by Kt. So these two equations are very important. N0 is equal to Ni into e raised to Ef minus Ei by Kt. Similarly, P0 is equal to Ni into e raised to Ei minus Ef by Kt. So to obtain this, you just find this expression in terms of Na. Na is equal to Nc into e raised to minus Ec minus Efi by minus Ei by Kt. From that you find what is Nc expression. So replace that Nc expression in this equation number 7. So you replace Nc in this equation number 7. So you will get N0 in terms of Ni. Similarly, to find the expression for P0 in terms of Ni, same equation. You can find what is Nv from this in terms of Pi. Pi is same as that of Ni. So Ni equal to Nv into e raised to minus Ei minus Ev by Kt. So get that expression, use find what is Nv in that expression, then replace that Nv here in this expression. So you will get P0 in terms of Na. So after substitution you will get N0 as Na into e raised to Ef minus Ei by Kt. Similarly, P0 is equal to Na into e raised to Ei minus Ef by Kt. So we have three important equations. One is mass action law, that is N0 P0 is equal to Ni square. Another equation, N0 is equal to Ni into e raised to Ef minus Ei by Kt. And the third equation is P0 is equal to Ni into e raised to Ei minus Ef by Kt. So this is the representation of equilibrium concentration of electrons in the conduction band and the equilibrium concentration of holes in the valence band, and the equation number 12th one is known as the mass action law. We can write it as N0 P0 is equal to Ni square. So the values of Ni is at 300 Kelvin is constant for most of the material. So which is taken for silicon as 1.5 into 10 raised to 10 per centimeter cube, and for gallium arsenide it is 1.8 into 10 raised to 6 per centimeter cube, and for germanium it is 2.4 into 10 raised to 13 per centimeter cube. So you need to remember these values for problem solve to finding the solution of different problems. So remember, Ni for silicon is 1.5 into 10 raised to 10 per centimeter cube. Gallium arsenide it is 1.8 into 10 raised to 6 per centimeter cube, and for germanium it is 2.4 into 10 raised to 13 per centimeter cube. So this law is known as mass action law. Next, we can see the representation of carrier concentration for intrinsic N-type and P-type material. First shows this energy band diagram for intrinsic material. In that we can see that the Fermi level for an intrinsic material, the number of electrons same as that of number of holes. So the Fermi level should be middle of the energy band gap. And for an N-type material, the number of electrons, free electrons are electrons in the conduction band is more compared to holes in the valence band. So the Fermi level shift towards the conduction band. So that blue dotted lines represent the Fermi level. And in energy band for P-type, the Fermi level should be near to the valence band because the holes present in the valence band. So that blue dotted lines again represent the Fermi level in P-type semiconductor material. And second figure represent the energy density. So energy density is always proportional to e raised to half, and for valence band as well as for conduction band it should be in shape of a parabola. So that's why it is above it is two parabola in upper region and lower region. So remember that N of E is always proportional to e raised to half. So for valence band it is a parabola in the downward direction, and for conduction band it is a parabola in the upward direction. So that is energy band diagram for different material. Intrinsic p-type and n-type materials are shown. So, and the third figure we already studied, that is a Fermi direct distribution. Here energy is on the x-axis and energy is on the y-axis, and the Fermi direct function on the x-axis. So that should be for an intrinsic material it's a symmetric line, and for n-type material the Fermi direct distribution, the number of holes finding probability is more, so its shape is more as look like n-type material is shown in figure. And for p-type material the Fermi level is near to kind of valence band, that means the probability of finding hole is more, so the Fermi direct distribution is shown in the figure, third figure for p-type material. And the last figure represents the carrier concentration, and for intrinsic material we know that the electron concentration is same as that of hole concentration. So the blue region represents the electron concentration and the black region represents the hole concentration. We can see that the area of electron concentration and hole concentration is nearly same in case of intrinsic material. And for n-type material the blue region represent more compared to the black region. That means the the electron concentration is more in case of n-type material, and in case of p-type material the black region is more compared to blue region. It meaning that the product N of E 1 minus F of E is more compared to N of E F of EC. So that means the hole concentration is more compared to the electron concentration. So while drawing this carrier concentration, you remember that for intrinsic concentration the electron and hole concentrations are same, and for n-type the electron concentration is more compared to the hole concentration. So the area of electron concentration, while drawing the area for representing and that represent the electron concentration should be more compared to the hole concentration. And for p-type material the hole concentration is more compared to electron concentration. So we can see the summary. So for an intrinsic material EI is equal to EF itself, and for doped semiconductors for n-type EF is near to the conduction band, EI is always middle, and for p-type the EF is near to the valence band, and EI is for any material intrinsic level is always in the middle of the energy band gap. And for intrinsic semiconductor we can write Ni is equal to Pi, and Ni is Nc into e raised to minus Ec minus Ef by Kt, and Pi is Nv into e raised to minus Ei minus Ev by Kt. And for n-type N0 is equal to Ni into e raised to E minus Ef minus Ei by Kt, and P0 Ni into e raised to Ei minus Ef by Kt. So this is the expression for an electron and hole concentration at equilibrium. An important law, that is N0 P0 is equal to Ni square, is called as the mass action law. So that also derived using this electron and hole concentration at equilibrium.